Welcome to the Werklund School of Education. My name is Diane Gerlich, the Dean of Education. The Werklund School of Education takes pride in the facilities that we provide to students, staff, and faculty. Over the next few minutes, you'll get a chance to see where the students can meet and study, where they hold their classes, and where they connect to create a scholarly community. Our commitment to excellent facilities continues. Over the next 6 months, we'll be building a 2-acre courtyard that will have opportunities for outdoor learning spaces, for Indigenous ceremony, and for outdoor celebrations. This is combined with a 2,000 square foot gathering space where we'll have smudging ceremonies, seminars, workshops, and places for informal dialogue to create and enhance the scholarly community. We come together in very purposeful and intentional ways, and we are incredibly proud of the facilities that we have at the Werklund School of Education.
All the classrooms in the Werklund School of Education that we have access to have all got integrated technology. There's touchscreens and built-in computers. You can also hook your own laptop up to them if you have that preference. Screens that are dropped down via the touchscreen. There are webcams integrated in, and speakers and microphones all built into every classroom. So on the off chance we have to do hybrid learning, we've also got space in our clinic for testing purposes. So there are dedicated assessment spaces where our student clinicians in practicum can work with clients they have conducting assessments or interventions with. We also have a dedicated space on our 5th floor where we can book and reserve for our own classroom space.
Our computer lab has been recently renovated with over $20,000 invested in the upgrade and expansion of the space.
We're fortunate to have an education library in the building next to ours. This library allows us to have access to the education curriculum for Alberta, as well as lots of information regarding classroom-based interventions and other supports that we can use to help in creation of psych assessments and psych reports for our students. As well, on campus we have the Taylor Family Digital Library, a brand new facility that allows students to have access to a wide variety of resources, as well as study space, meeting rooms that they can reserve, and computer facilities as well. Our libraries have dedicated resource librarians who are able to help our students conduct their literature searches for their theses and for their classwork. The library also offers graduate students a number of workshops, including things like how to write a meta-analysis, how to search for literature in the databases, how to work with specific types of software such as in vivo and other qualitative work, as well as provide support for their writing.
The Graduate Programs and Education Office is located on the main floor of the Education Tower of the University of Calgary campus. Within our office, we have a number of spaces for our advisors and administrators. We also do have a few rooms available for one-on-one advising that are closed so they can have personal advising sessions. We also do have the oral exam room in the office, so that's where students will have a private space, quiet space, where they can actually conduct their final oral or candidacy exam. To celebrate this great achievement, students come out of the office where all the staff members are and their supervisory committee so that they can ring the Mendaglio bell in celebration.
Werklund School of Education has recently renovated all of the floors. They updated the HVAC system, the electricity. We got new, comfortable, ergonomic chairs, and it came with a small meeting table and chairs as well. There's stand-up desks, and all the offices have access to natural light. All the faculty and the students from our EDSA are on the same floor. It's really helpful for student access to faculty and for workflow. All the meeting rooms are in the interior of the floor, and they are large enough to house small classrooms or small meeting rooms where we can have 10 to 15 faculty present. All the graduate students in the student space have their own cubicle, but contains a place for them to lock their belongings so it's secure.
Our PhD students and master students are grouped together in relationship to their research interests and their associated supervisors. We've done that in order that junior students can mix with senior students in order to get support with regard to their research, as well as their program development. All the workstations for our students have been recently renovated, and each student has their individual desk and a secure storage space.
Our program heavily relies on research, and we're very privileged here at Werklund to have dedicated research space for some of our major projects. Also, we have space for our students to participate in their own research, as well as research space if they're an RA on some of our projects. We have in the ISE dedicated space that we can collect data, and as well we've got research storage space that allows us to care for all of our confidential data.
Welcome to the ISC, that's the Integrated Services in Education Clinic. This is an on-site clinic at the University of Calgary in Werklund School of Education that hosts practicum sites for Master of Science in School and Applied Child Psychology, Master of Education in School and Applied Child Psychology, PhD program, and the Master of Science in Counseling Psychology. We have an extensive test library holding over 300 assessment materials. There is an online repository and sign-out process. There are over 22 WISC and WIAT tests in our library, and we also offer iPad administration and iPad lending for our PhD students.
So in our training programs, all of our students are very closely supervised by senior students and registered psychologists in our program. We offer a bug in the ear system as part of live supervision, whereby our graduate students have a bug in their ear while they're administering academic, cognitive, and social emotional assessments, and their supervisor or a highly trained clinician is behind our one-way glass and providing them in the moment feedback to ensure standardized administration. We have a full-time registered psychologist on staff who oversees all of the work that's done through the ISE clinic and provides individual supervision to all of our students who come through for practicum or internship as part of their program. We also provide telepsychology services for our intervention programs, which include a reading intervention program, as well as counseling and therapy. So we're providing that by telepsychology, specifically because of COVID. All of our programs are done online using Microsoft Teams, which is approved for level 4 data security, which includes personal health information. Supervisors log on to these sessions to provide supervision for our students as well as the programs are happening, and everything is video recorded. We have a system in the clinic called Genetech, which audio and video records every session that takes place in our physical space. Any sessions done online using telepsychology are also recorded, and videos are saved for 1 year following services for training and supervision purposes.
Werklund prides itself on being accessible to all students with all needs, so we have accessible classrooms and elevators and automatic doors. Werklund also provides gender-neutral bathrooms, as well as bathrooms with baby change tables to accommodate students with all needs.
As chair of the School and Applied Child Psychology program, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for viewing our virtual tour. I want to let you know that all the faculty and all the students really enjoy being a part of our program within the Werklund School of Education and within the University of Calgary.